Here, 900 kilometers from the nearest road, an entire village of men, women and children has, quite simply, stepped off the map. Joe LaBelle's personal diary, which would later be splashed across the pages of the Halifax Herald and ignite a national sensation, captures the rising panic of that moment. He wrote that he hollered their names until his throat was raw and bleeding, the sound swallowed by the immense indifferent tundra. Then, with dread coiling in his gut, he began a methodical search, ducking into every single tent. The scene inside each one only deepened the mystery. Bedding was smoothed, not thrown aside in haste. Kettles, recently filled, were still steaming gently over cold fires. In one tent, a woman's sealskin garment lay unfinished, a bone needle frozen mid-stitch, as if she had just set it down to step outside for a moment. Every logical explanation died on his lips. Was it famine? Impossible. The camp's meat cache was full, holding over 60 kilos of dried caribou, more than enough to last. Was it a sudden, virulent disease? Unlikely. There were no bodies, no signs of sickness, no freshly cut graves in the iron-hard permafrost. Speaking of graves, even the village's small ancestral graveyard looked wrong. The traditional stone piles marking the resting places had been disturbed, rolled aside. The coffins beneath had been opened, their contents exposed to the elements, yet the bones within lay completely untouched. It made no sense. Wolves and other scavengers in the barrens will avoid human remains, sure, but why would anyone take the time to rifle through graves, yet ignore the free meal of the starving sled dogs? It was then that true panic finally sank its teeth into Joe LaBelle. He sprinted back to his sled, his own dogs lunging in confusion, and mushed for 46 frantic, non-stop kilometers to the nearest telegraph shack at Anjikuni Lake. His message, tapped out into the ether, was the stuff of winter nightmares. Anjikuni deserted, no tracks, need Mounties. On December 3rd, a 3-man patrol of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, led by Constable J. Nelson, badge number 8721, arrived to investigate. The official RCMP files, finally declassified and released in 1999, confirmed the skeletal basics of LaBelle's report. They found an empty camp, no signs of a struggle, and live dogs that had been starved for several days. After that, the official record becomes as thin as breath on -40-degree air. The paperwork seems to vanish.